Hey guys, let's look at Jamboard together. Jamboard is one of Google products that we can use for students to create projects, or we can use it as a whiteboard while teaching. In order to access it, you want to click on the app menu for your Google account. Well, first of all, you got to log in and then go all the way down until you see Jamboard. Click on that and that should bring you to the main page of your Jamboards. Here I created a few in the past few days that I was playing around with this software. But when you come here the first time, you don't have anything. In order to create one, you're going to click on this plus sign, and then it'll automatically generate a new Jamboard for you. First thing I'd like to do is to change the title. So I want to call it Test Jam, for example, and hit enter. Then you could set the background. It has a few options. It's not very colorful. And so you can just play around and use line paper, dotted paper, or graph paper. In terms of color, it only has black and blue. But I mean, this has not been designed or meant for drawing and illustration or anything like that. This is just a note-taking tool, and I think it's really good if you're doing any kind of storyboarding. It's pretty powerful there. We have our toolbox on the left-hand side. If you click on and hold down your mouse, you would see more options. Those are your drawing or note-taking tools. The first one is a pen, so you could maybe draw something or point out to somewhere. You could change it to marker, which would give you a thicker line. You also have the highlighter, which is transparent, so you can see through. And the last option here is your paintbrush, which is pretty translucent. So if you want to go over an object, you can use that. Next, we have our eraser tool. There you go. And if you want to clear out everything, you just click on clear frame and it erases everything for you. This selection tool or select tool is only activated when you have an object. It doesn't work on any of these drawings. You see, if I try that, it's really doing nothing, but it works on the following items. The next item here is creating a sticky note. You could just have, I just say hello. You can change the color. Let's leave it as yellow. Save. And it will bring it to the background, and this is still open. I can create more if I wish. So I would say maybe, test 2, and then I can change it to a different color and save. Once you're done with creating your sticky note, you want to say cancel, and there they are. Now that we have these objects, we can use that selection tool, and as you can see, I can grab them and move them around. You could drag the corner to enlarge the size. You could use the top left corner to rotate your sticky note. And if you click on any of them, there will be a menu showing up here. So you can edit the text, duplicate, delete it, or change the order. In this case, this is behind the pink one, and I want to bring it to the front. I'll say bring forward. There we are. Next item is pretty amazing. This is my favorite tool in this app. You can upload an image, use Google search to find an image, Google Drive if you have stuff saved on your drive, you can use them, or the photos that are already in your account. So I'm just going to use Google search and say if you want to look for some flowers. Type it in, and from this point forward, it's pretty simple. You could filter it by different colors and say, I like that one, double click or select and insert. It will bring it to your Jamboard. And another cool thing that we are using it a lot, actually, I started using this as of last week with my fashion students. We are doing storyboarding on designing clothing. So what I asked them to do is to add the word transparent at the end, or they could use PNG. So if you type in PNG or either one of these, will find images that are transparent. So if I click on that and I'll bring it over, you see there is no background, so I can actually place it on top of another object. And I think that's pretty cool. Everything else is the same, so you could change the size, rotate it, and change the order of it. Next, we have these shapes, so the basic shapes that you can draw. And again, you can change the color, you can change the border color, so on and so forth. And you also have the text box, so you can type in here anything you like. I would say I am a title, and you could also modify that by changing the size, changing the color, and alignment orientation. So, and the very last tool here is our laser tool. So if you're talking about something and you're pointing out certain area, it will draw lines, but it'll disappear a few seconds right after. And when you're all done, you could share this. This from this point forward is pretty similar to everything else in Google program. You could type in, this is what I actually do. I use my exact student's ID, so I know who has access to this and who is editing at what time. So it's kind of nice to have that. But if you want to share it as a general link, here at the bottom you see it's restricted, but you can change that to people that are working at CBE. They could be just viewing it or editing it. So you make all those changes as you wish, and then you could, like if you want to have all the exact address, you could have the option of notifying the users, so they'll receive an email. I'm not going to change any of that at the moment. And another cool thing is this drop-down menu. You could download your file as a PDF, or you can save it as an image. But if you notice, it says save frame as image. So it's not going to save all of your boards. It's just the current page that you're on will be saved, right? So if I hit save here, it will download a file right here. If I want to look at it, there it is. So it is a PNG file, right? If you want to create more pages, you just simply click on that arrow key on the top and it'll create new pages for you. And that's it. Now, I just want to quickly go back and show you a demo I did for my fashion class. Fashion 20s and 30s are doing storyboarding and inspiration from nature to create clothing. So on the first page, they're finding pictures of different inspiration. So in this case, it's parrots, tiger, and forests. On the second page, they're actually going to sketch down. This has been sketched and uploaded as an image. So they can sketch down different parts of the animals or nature that they like to use. Then on the following page, they're extracting texture from that storyboard. So these are different texture that could be translated to textile print or textile material in terms of fabric, fair versus satin, things like that. And then they're going to extract different colors from that storyboard. Next, they're starting actually to compose with those images. So they're going to compose clothing design, and they are going to use those elements that they had. So for example, they put it up here and do the rest of the design, so on and so forth. And as you can see, they can actually use any of these tools to show me, for example, this is coming from where actually I don't have it. It's in the previous page. All right, let's undo that. Moving on. Next page, same idea. So here's just an example. So they could use the same elements and come up with abstract painting. So they can totally convert this to a full painting eventually. These are more examples, and that's it. So going back to the very first page, I'm actually going back to my main page, and this is what we'll be doing today together. Here is the Jamboard link that you should have it on the PowerPoint presentation. So once you come in, we have 12 slides created here. The question remains the same for all of them, and you're welcome to generate more slides as you need. You're going to please write up something or include images using these new tools responding to this question. Share a bright spot from your classroom so far this year, a moment for which you are grateful and motivates you to persevere through the challenges. Then here I have, I just included some natural pictures and some cute bears. Looks like he's pretty tired. Or maybe just woke up from a nap and this guy is looking for some food, some birds, more flowers, plants, and these guys are having a challenging time, I think. What do you guys think? There we go. And if you need to create more slides, just simply click on next and next, and there you are. Thank you so much for watching this short video. I hope I didn't take a lot of your time, and we will see you in 10 minutes. Thank you guys. Bye.